attachment.
What's up, guys? So we came out to work today. Here we go. It's 11 o'clock, man. It's not gonna stop raining. It's supposed to rain till about 3 o'clock today. I thought I hit record this morning. You see that picture? Anyways, I had to use the 36 to pull the trailer out from around Chris's car. I did get it out. I thought it was recording the whole time, but it was not. I used the 36-inch Skag to pull the trailer out and pulled it out pretty easily. So that was great. And it was unloaded though. It didn't have anything in it. It was empty. Had to load it up so we can go get some flowers. But man, this just really sucks. You know, we had a 4-day weekend. We gave everybody Thursday and Friday off, you know, and then we have Saturday and Sunday, and just want to get back to work today. And that's just not going to happen. It's just pouring. So what do you guys do in situations like that? What are you doing to handle and to suffice your clients when you have extra days off and it's pouring and I'm supposed to have 32 trays of flowers put in today, got started, and it's just been dumping. I was only able to put 2 trays of flowers. Now I can put them in when it's raining, but whenever the soil is turning into mud, I mean, you can't plant anything. So I had to call it and, you know, send the crews home. One's here, one's out at another property. We're getting another 100 yards delivered worth of mulch today. The truck broke down, the semi broke down that's delivering it. I'm kind of glad because I don't want all this stuff getting delivered in the middle of a storm. That would suck. The driver's crazy. He don't care. He'll just drop it. Could be a tornado and that dude will get out and drop it. He doesn't care. So what do you guys do to handle the situations? I can tell you what we do is we have a very we don't have an oh well mentality. That was going to come off wrong before I even said it. We just make it very clear to our clients that we cannot control the weather and it will throw off schedules and all of that stuff. And we just all have to work together. Honestly, like, we have stuff that's in our contracts that's definitive, acts of God. If a day is missed, we try to make it up. We try to do this and that. You know, as long as the properties are tight, you know, we're all good to go. But, you know, projects are kind of a different thing. When you need to get projects done, landscaping projects done, and you're on a timeline, and then you get backed up with all this work. How we handle being in sticky situations with weather backing us up simply comes down to constant communication, a good relationship with our property managers, our clients. That's where it is. If they don't like you, their attitude can just be, I don't really care, figure it out, get it done. That's not my problem. But if you get along, you know, you're more of a human being to one another and you understand that things happen and you're more okay with that understanding, as opposed to not getting along, knowing or caring for somebody that you work with, and your attitude reflects that by saying, I don't really care, figure it out. Now I've had, you know, so many clients, hundreds and hundreds into thousands of clients over the years, and there are some here and there that just go, I don't care, you figure it out. I have rarely but have lost clients because, you know, being in situations where we can't fix it, we can't figure it out because there's nothing figured out. We're backed up, homie. We're stuck. We stuck like Chuck. We can't do anything. So, you know, you don't like losing a client in situations like this. But here's my attitude is, if you have clients that don't see the obvious, like the sky is blue, you know what I'm saying? Or in this case, the sky is gray. You know, you're better off without them. You really are. And it's hard to say that when you need the money and you need the income, and it's really hard to say that, especially if you're in a limited area, if you're in a very highly competitive area where work is not as easy to come by and plentiful. You deal with a lot more than honestly you should have to deal with, and that's what it is. But these situations where we have clients that don't really care, you know, a lot of times we let them go Now, on these huge commercial properties we do, it's not just like, all right, see you later. It don't work like that. It's too much money to just go, see you later. And, you know, big, small town, you know, words get around. Oh, these guys, you know, whatever. You don't want that reputation. But, you know, in situations like this, you have to figure out at least some way to visit that property before the end of the week. Even if it's something minor, like blowing off some sidewalks, you know, or just something to where we showed up at the property, your day is gone, we got rained out. I understand it was a 4-day weekend, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. We can't move things around. You basically got weather blocked. But an attempt is something that we at least try to do. We at least try to show up on the property to blow something, even if it's the clubhouse, even if we have no time, and the only time that we have is to run out there, grab a couple blowers and blow the clubhouse off, you know what I mean? Or their front entrance to their doorway and their driveway off if it's a home. Something that shows, hey, you know, they couldn't do it, but at least they came out here and they made an effort. That's something that we strive to do. We really do try to do that, at least, you know. If we don't have the time to, you know, it's not like it's just a house, we can go pop 1 or 2 houses out. You know, these properties take all day, you know, to do full service. It's obviously easier in the wintertime because you can double up properties. You know, you can put 2 or 3 properties in one day that you normally do a day each. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we're just spraying for weeds, tightening up any hedges and blowing it off, or just edging and blowing one week and full maintenance aside from edging the next week. We like to alternate things, you know? So it's just much easier to do it that way. But right now, we're just gonna wrap it up, and it's not gonna stop raining, and it sucks. Ugh. You know, it sucks. But we have enjoyed it. It's finally stopped raining the last couple of months, so we can't really complain too much. But I want to know what you guys do. What do you guys do? How do you handle the situation when you get rained out? And it's not even about being rained out. Like, what if your truck breaks down? You know what I mean? Some people have compassion. Some people understand. What if your equipment gets stolen? Most people will understand. And then there are those that just go, that's not my problem. And they're honestly right. They're right in their attitude about that. It's not their problem. They pay a professional company, you know, a professional company, and that defines us against weekend warriors, is we are professionals and we figured out. I've had to go rent mowers when people have stolen stuff or something is broken down to get the job done. You know what I mean? Overly priced $150 a day mowers to go rent. But you know what I mean? That's nothing in comparison to how much money it saved us because of clients that we didn't lose. You know what I mean? Due to the fact that we took initiative and remained and maintained professionalism and got the job done. So there's so many, there's not like a right answer. There's a bunch of different scenarios, too many different scenarios, and too many different things can happen. But I would definitely like to read, because you guys know I read everything. I try to comment on everything. And I genuinely like y'all's input on everything. So what are you doing in the situations where you get backed up? How do you have it set up with your clients? Do you have, if not a written contract, a verbal understanding that if we get backed up due to weather or, you know, an act of God, a car accident, something gets stolen, that, you know, we're still getting paid, you know what I mean, even if we're not showing up that week, because everything's on a rate, you know what I'm saying? We don't get paid per visit individually, it's a flat rate. But, you know, we're still going to get paid, and then we'll try to make up for it. That's how we do it. That's how most people in Florida do it. Come on, what are you trying to do, buddy? These people. Anyways, if a lot of guys, if you haven't thought of that, you should think of that. And, you know, putting it in writing is obviously best, but you don't always have to put it in writing. But people seem to have selective memory, so it might be a good idea to put something like that in writing. And oh, look, there's no rain over here. Look. We're about, you know, 30 minutes from where all the work's at, and it's just pouring over there. But it's pouring in front of me around the corner. It's so weird. It's like a wall of rain, no rain, wall of rain. Anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys, you know, let me know what you guys do. Let's share some ideas with each other. Ways to keep our clients happy, when things like this happen. Let's just all learn from each other and read each other's comments and help each other out. All right. I think I'm gonna go to lunch. Sounds like a good idea. I'll hardly go to lunch. Do you guys eat when you work? I hardly eat when I work. I'm starting to ramble, but no, I really don't. Like, I quit doing that years ago. It's very rare that I actually go sit down and eat lunch while I'm working. The guys always go without me, or if I'm running around doing errands, I don't usually eat. I usually eat once a day. I don't know, man. When I eat, I just get full and I just can't work. I can't work right. All right, that's enough. Bye.